Before I begin, here's a disclaimer. I actually really like Toradora. This review is for entertainment purposes, so don't get butthurt if Toradora is your favorite anime and I say something mean or wrong about it. I am a fan too. Also, spoiler alert. I talk about the end, so if you don't want to know what happens yet, here's your chance to get off the train. Imagine a boat ride that seems relaxing, so you begin thinking you can just slide on by. But all of a sudden, you're halfway through it, and it becomes an insane roller coaster, and you're not sure how it's going to end, but right as it climaxes, it's suddenly over, leaving you confused. That's how it feels to watch Toradora. Time for a little overview of Toradora before I discuss how I feel about it. It is a character-driven, romantic comedy that's very slice of life in the beginning, but the action does pick up halfway through and suddenly you're changing which ship you want to sail with, as some of the characters kind of just change. As far as the characters, you have your stereotypical housewife, except it's a guy, and his name is Ryuji, and he is the main character. You have Taiga, who is your stereotypical tsundere, except actually that's exactly what she is, except short. It's okay because that's the whole point of the show, though. Amy was my least favorite character for most of the show, but for some reason was a very popular ship, as a lot of people didn't like Minori, even though she was probably my favorite except for maybe 3 scenes. Kitamura was responsible, but then strangely over-the-top creepy for a few scenes late in the season. Yao-chan is a mom who cannot function at all without Ryuji's help. Inko-chan is a bird, and Yuri is the teacher, but probably the most tragic character as she is forever alone and takes it out on her students. The writing was fine, but they should have had an episode taking place after the finale because the main climax is literally after the credits of the finale episode, so there is no emotional runway and instead it just ends with the normal bickering between Ryuji and Taiga. That would have been okay, but before that moment the last we saw of Taiga was her completely bailing on Ryuji to go try to fix her relationship with her parents before she gets married, except instead of telling her future husband anything about this ahead of time, she just leaves and texts a cryptic picture to her friends because open, honest, and simple communication is apparently illegal in the Toradora universe. When I say that, I'm talking about how every character talks in riddles and never directly speaks their mind, and eventually snap out of stress that could have been avoided if they just said what they actually meant, instead of being around the bush and confusing everyone and even themselves. My final verdict is that it is a good show and I do recommend watching it because I don't remember being bored at all while watching. It's a good show with some unexpected turns along the way. This is Klockorino, clocking out.